That was actually really good timing. It ended when the ads did. Hello. I know you can't see anything right now because I need to click back in the game. Thank you for the lurkies. Hope you guys are all doing well. Um, Let me pull up the Steam page before. Oh, there it is. Why did that? Why did that? Okay. So this is. I like how it popped back out of existence. Love that for us. Hopefully that doesn't keep happening. Um, it says it is a sci-fi romance visual novel set in the near future coastal city in southern Japan, where gifted individuals can perceive, interpret, and influence human emotions. Abilities now at the center of scientific research and corporate ambition. You play as a university student with the rare ability to perceive emotional connections as red threads. As you become entangled in a secretive research program, you're drawn to 5 distinct love interests. Your choices will shape not only your relationships, but the fate of society. Which it's a choices matter game, which we all we all know how those go for me. It also has like actual music in here. I feel like I can turn that up. I hate that when I click out, it doesn't have voice turned all the way up. Wait, hold on. Do I have to change my name from in here? Okay. But it looks pretty. Like I found this on TikTok. It popped up for me, and it was one specific voice actor. And I'm not saying that he's in what I think he's in, but it is said an invisible thread runs between those destined to meet, reminiscing on the bond of human experiences and the promise of happiness, trust, and unspoken love. For most, it remains simply a story, yet within the flow of everyday life, for her, these strings of fate are ever present. Okay, so we have only one gender available. They might, I wonder if they'll change that, because it said that they wanted to do a Kickstarter. To everyone else, it may be nothing more than a simple wish that every encounter has meaning, but nothing is left to chance. Hello? We good? We are good. That is so pretty. Humanity has always pursued control over the forces of nature that once threatened its survival, over the machines it built, striving to create intelligence greater than its own, yet bound to its command, and finally over the very desires of itself. Just want to get into this background, because holy shit. Twitch do be like that. I'm sorry. Writing the year 2042 means tracing that pursuit into human biology. What once seemed exceptional has evolved into a well-defined field of research. I appreciate you. Don't let it make you mad, though. An increasing number of individuals display altered pathways of perception, processing emotion in ways that differ from the ordinary. While the underlying cause isn't agreed upon, corporations, governments, and society have already moved one step further, striving to apply these traits across the bench, with proposals reaching as far as resolving large-scale conflicts. Research has found its epicenter in Red Haven, a city on Japan's southern coast long established as a hub for technological innovation. Surrounded by lush greenery and coastal air, a place considered as livable as it is advanced. It is a huge city. Hello? I keep clicking and it's just like not. we're gonna go ahead and save. Because I'm clicking and it's not going anywhere. Okay, here we go. Her room's cute. Is this our room? This is somebody else's place. A cool breeze slips in through the cracked window, brushing against my arm. I groan, tugging the blanket higher until only my nose sticks out. What's that? Great. I fell asleep with the window open again. No wonder it feels like Antarctica in here. Still half asleep, I shuffle over to the window, push it shut, and crawl back into bed. But finally, a quiet weekend. I stretch one arm out from my blanket cocoon, patting blindly across the nightstand for my phone. Catching the charging cable instead, I crawl along it with my fingers until I manage to grab my target. I do that, like, daily. I usually grab the cord before I get to my phone. There is nothing in the background right here. Which again, this is like it's just like an early demo. Phone. I love the phone noises. It's tragic. I literally just woke up. Naps and excuses. Oh, God. I'm getting up. I'm up. On my way. I let my phone drop onto the bed beside me and stare at the ceiling for a few seconds. With a sigh, I kick the covers off and drag myself towards the bathroom. Cold water and harsh lights snap me into motion as I rush through my usual routine. That almost looks, you can't see it. This almost looks like the AO3. The design on the cup. Presentable enough. That's what I strive for. Presentable enough. I grab my bag, slip my phone inside, and head downstairs, the faint smell of Mira's usual omelet breakfast drifting in from the kitchen. Heading out, meeting Yuki at the cafe. Shoes on, jacket grabbed, I push open the front door and step into the crisp morning air. Jesus. It's so nice. It's like perfectly anime shit. I rub my hands together and breathe into them, a small cloud of steam blooming in the cold air. It doesn't look cold. It's been a while since we've actually met up. There is nothing in the background in some of this, and it is so jarring for me. Back in middle and high school, Yuki and I used to see each other almost every day. Now it's text, calls, and the occasional caffeine reunion. The cafe sign comes into view just as the smell of beans hits the air. Yep, this is definitely the smell of Yuki dragging me out of bed. Oh, the cafe's nice. The bell above the door chimes as I step inside, a soft wave of warmth wrapping around me. Yuki's behind the counter, mid-order with a customer, her hair tied up in a loose bun that's somehow still perfectly in place.
All right, latte extra foam. Got it. Coming right up.
She's got a cute voice. She shoots me a suspicious side eye the second she notices me, but finishes the order first. She hands the cup to the customer with an easy smile.
Here you go. Don't be a stranger.
Once they leave, she unties her apron in one dramatic motion.
Whew, I'm taking my break.
She hangs the apron on a hook and steps out from behind the counter, already zeroing in on me.
Well, well, well. Look who decided to show up. 3 minutes late, by the way.
I'm not. It's fine. I had to wait. Oh, look at us. We're definitely a main character. We have purple eyes. Nice to see you too, Yuki. She laughs light and bright and nudges me toward our usual spot by the window, close enough to the counter to still catch the life of the cafe. Is the pumpkin spice back already? Yes. Yes. Give me basic girl shit.
Mm-hmm. Came in last week.
Did you know that the beautiful thing about pumpkin spice is that you can have it all the time? Yuki lifts a hand toward the counter, catching her coworker's attention.
2 pumpkin spice, please.
We get pumpkin spice latte. Lovely. Her coworker nods and gets to work. Yuki turns back to me, leaning in and settling her elbows on the table.
A whole month without seeing you feels like forever.
I love her pouty little lip. She pouts and props her chin on one hand, like she's trying to guilt trip me on purpose? Guilt trip, probably. I know, the start of university has been busier than I thought. We're really cute, though.
Busy how?
You know.
New friend group already? Secret party life every weekend?
Trying to romance the professor. I wish. Just then, her coworker returns and sets 2 pumpkin spice lattes down in front of us. The warm scent of cinnamon and coffee curls up into the air. But I did make a new acquaintance. Or, well, maybe more of an old one.
An old one? All right, start from the beginning. I'm all yours for the whole break.
Great. I wrap my hands around the warm cup, letting the steam brush against my face as I search for the right place to start. In the end, it's easy. Everything began on my first day at university. Do I get to play through these? Sorry, I keep getting into the art every time it changes. The sun falls in soft stripes through the large windows of the auditorium. Murmurs drift through the hall, broken now and then by the occasional thud of folding chairs. Redhaven University, one of the leading institutions for human innovation and cognitive research. Prestige here comes with ambition and relentless expectations. Some it's a goal, to others a stepping stone. The university's most renowned bachelor's program is the interdisciplinary field of applied neuroscience, combining advanced science with the study of emerging emotional perception. It pushes research beyond the observable behavior into the deeper workings of what we feel. The background with this way of text is a little hard for me to read. I don't know. I don't know who's giving it. I'm assuming that in the full release, if it gets funded, these are going to be voice acted. They say the first day at university feels like a new beginning. For me, it feels more like a stroke of luck shaped by invisible hands. I wouldn't be here without that scholarship. Mira could never have afforded Redhaven, and neither could I. But then came the letter. No name, no explanation, just a promise that my tuition was taken care of. Thanks, mysterious patron of higher education. Now I'm here, surrounded by people who all look like they already know where they're headed. And me, I glance across the steep rows of seating. Some students are already deep in conversation, others are fidgeting with notebooks or scrolling through the glowing phone screens. Though many wear the same nervous look, while a few seem lit up with excitement. I'm gonna keep to myself for now. The thought hardly settles before the familiar voice cuts through the chatter around me.
Wait a sec. Is that?
Now we get to name ourselves. Oh god. Is it not gonna... Oh my god. I have to do it like this. Kage. Oh my god. I would have to type it out. Great. There's so many.
It's really you. I can't believe I ran into you here.
You are very brightly colored. You're studying here too?
Applied neuroscience. Same as you, I'm guessing.
He grinned sheepishly, rubbing the back of his neck, a gesture I haven't seen in years. It's been, what, 8 years?
9, actually. Not that I was counting.
Are you an ex-boyfriend? He glances aside, running a hand through his honey blonde curls, still carrying that same effortless disarray I remember from years ago. He looks almost the same, maybe a little taller. Last time we talked, you were all about building gadgets to help people. Some rescue drone thing, a crowd safety app. You really did want to be a hero, huh? Shifts his weight, a faint smile tugging at his lips, almost embarrassed.
Well, you once said I was your hero. Figured I'd try to live up to that.
Oh, you really are like an ex-boyfriend type.
And hey, it's not too late to change the world. Bit of theory can't hurt. Even if it's just to be your hero again.
What? I heard that. As he turns, there's a spark in his eyes, the kind that promises he means every word before that familiar smile breaks across his face, like no time has passed at all.
But seriously, I'm really glad to see you.
A breeze drifts in through the open doors of the auditorium, stirring the air between the aisles. Dust mites swirl in the sunlight and slow sparks, catching the golden tones of early fall. You've hardly changed at all. Childhood friend. Oh god, they blink. I thought I noticed the other one blinking. We don't blink, though. Still wearing your heart out where everyone can see it.
You gotta stop calling me out like that.
No. Footsteps echo off the floor as more students hurry in, conversations fading as they scan the room for seats. His gaze shifts to 2 empty spots across the hall before he gestures towards them.
Oh, looks like the session's about to start. You want to sit with me?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be nice. I feel like that's a way to get him. But it would be nice.
Sweet. Then let's go before the good seats are gone.
As the lights dim, a hush ripples across the hall. Spotlights sweep across the stage, revealing the university banner against dark... What the fuck are those? Alcantara backdrops? A man in his mid-40s steps into view, polished shoes clicking softly on the wooden floor as he approaches the podium. This is my guy, isn't it? Why? Why is this my current type? First, Leon. Leon's in his late 40s, though. Okay, it's just the faculty head. It's not my guy. Oh, my lady's crying. Oh, yes, responsibility, power, responsibility. Good. The speaker's voice comes across with practice ease, warm, grounded, and carrying just a hint of pride. It's so quiet. My gaze drops to my hand. A faint shimmer flickers for a moment, a red thread, barely visible, drawn toward the seat next to mine. Do we? Do I? Main character energy. I have purple eyes in this, of course. Link type. Hearing the word, my eyes flick to how do you say that? Is it soda? Is it can I call him Soda Pop? For a split second he meets my gaze, brows lifting in brief acknowledgement, before we both look back to the stage. Great. We are lab rats. Here's here's a free ride to college. You're gonna be a lab rat. The audience shifts, a stir of curiosity and recognition fills the air. Is this gonna be my guy? No. Oh, I, I wasn't going for that one, but like, oh, there's a scientist. I'm fine. Washed in the cold glow of the stage lights, the announced figure steps into view, his white hair catching the light like spun glass. Each step is taken with reserved precision, his gaze lowered, letting the room exist only at the edge of his sight. Does he look young? Because I feel like he looks like a full-on man. As he arrives at the podium, his gaze lifts almost absently, eyes blue as ice catching the sun, yet softened as if the world reached him only through a blur of water. For a second, it's all I see, the world around me fading behind the silent thread stretching from my fingertips to him. Almost like the one to Soda, but kind of...
Thank you for the invitation.
His voice draws me back from the thread that I've been staring at.
The cooperation between Cinevis and Redhaven University opens doors for both sides. Opportunities for research and for those who take part.
Why does your voice sound familiar? For a moment, his tone holds steady, almost rehearsed. Then the rhythm breaks, his phrasing falling just out of place.
More on that soon. I look forward to working with you.
I didn't look at who all of the voice actors were. I just looked at one specific one. With a brief mechanical bow, he steps back into the shadows, no glance at the audience, slipping away like a deer avoiding the projector's beam. That's an autistic man. Looking around, I catch students whisper to another and trade quick glances. Others stare at him as though they'd just seen a shooting star. Great, first semester. The stage screen glows softly as a QR code fades into view. Okay, can I go to class? Can I meet the hot professor, please? I don't want an AI assistant. I don't need a Cortana. As the applause fades, the room erupts in motion. Dozens of students rise at once, rushing for the exits at the back of the hall. Soda and I weave our way between them, slipping free of the crowded hall and into the open corridor.
Man, whew, that was something. I don't know about you, but I already feel like I'm behind before we even started.
That's a big campus. You can't see it behind my head here. Nope. That way? Yeah. Big campus. Behind you? You got your own gift, don't forget.
A gift, sure. If I'm in a bad mood, everyone around sinks with me. Super practical, right?
You make it sound like you're the all consuming emotional drain. But hey, definitely interesting enough for research. Meanwhile, I'm the almighty spaghetti monster, except for the almighty part.
Oh, great. So I'm the drain, you're the spaghetti. I guess that makes our lives the boiling water then?
Maybe. Wow, what a team. We should pitch it as a webtoon.
Call it the Divine Comedy of Pasta. Dante, but with carbs.
We both burst into laughter, drawing a few curious looks from students passing through the corridor. For a moment, the noise around us seems to fade into the background. So many years apart, and yet it feels like slipping right back into how it used to be. There's so much to catch up on. Uh, there's plenty of time during the semester because we gotta go find our classes and shit. I let the thought pass, but Soda tilts his head, his grin softening just a little.
You know, it's been years since we last talked like this. Maybe we could catch up a bit before we go?
So it didn't matter what I picked because he wants to talk more anyway. I guess staying a little longer wouldn't hurt.
I know, it's pretty old school. But when I dropped off my enrollment papers in person, I saw some students heading upstairs. It looked like a quiet spot.
He gestures toward the narrow staircase at the end of the hall. Is that even...
Come on, since when did you care about rules that much? Really?
Before I can argue, he places his hands on my shoulders and gently steers me toward the staircase. Together, we head up the narrow steps and push through the heavy steel door. It's huge. That's a big campus. All the way over there, more stuff behind us. It's a huge city. The sun is already low, washing the sky in orange and rose tones.
See? Totally worth sneaking up here. Beats the crowded hall downstairs, right?
I step up beside him at the wire mesh railing. From up here, the campus spreads out below us, the city skyline glowing faintly on the horizon. I'll admit, it's a pretty great view. It is pretty nice. A light breeze moves between us, brushing through Soda's hair as he stands with his hands braced against the railing. Standing here with him feels unreal, like I blinked and the years apart had never happened. So what brings you back to Red Haven? Shouldn't you be off building the next big tech empire or something?
Yeah, that's what my parents were hoping for.
You burnt out, didn't you?
But the truth is, I never really wanted to leave in the first place. Not home, Sun-chan, nor you.
Oh, I actually made it on the list?
Obviously, somewhere between my dog and gaming console.
Oh, great. Touching.
But yeah, my parents thought sending me to that fancy computer science school was the right move. As if they had anything left to teach me there anyway.
You're as full of yourself as ever. He lifts his hands in mock defense.
Okay, it's not like that, alright? I just mean, it felt like such a waste of time. I already knew how to code, and then there are teachers spending hours explaining what a variable is and preaching about clean code.
My god, he's actually trying to defend himself.
Like, yeah, sure, make it tidy, but maybe make it work first?
Hearing him say that, I can't help but laugh. I was kidding. You don't have to justify your entire high school experience. He blinks and stares at me for a second, then laughs too.
Still, for the record, they really did waste my time.
Our laughter lingers for a moment before it fades into the breeze. The quiet that follows rests easily between us.
What about you? Back then, after everything, you've been okay since then?
What do you mean? I take a moment to think, then sit down on one of the vents, resting my elbows on my knees. I guess so. It took a while, but Mira took good care of me. He lowers himself beside me, quiet for a moment, as if waiting for me to continue talking. I still don't know what happened back then or how it all connects. Why my parents suddenly left like that. Oh, so we just got abandoned? I hear my baby. But I'm sure they had their reasons, and Mira's been there ever since, so I can't really complain. I mean those words. Dwelling on the past never helped, so I stopped trying to piece it all together. Though I like to remember how Soda was always there for me.
I keep thinking, how I only made things harder for you.
His voice comes out low, a little hoarse, as if those words had been sitting in his throat for years.
You just started to feel okay again, and then I left too.
The last traces of daylight cast uneven shadows across his face, sharpening an unfamiliar tautness in his expression. I don't know what to say, so I don't. Instead, I reach for his hand the way I used to when words weren't enough. Oh, that's cute. I really like this, dot thing in the shading. Yeah? Buddy, what was that? His fingers twitch beneath mine. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice his gaze shift toward me.
What are you?
I meet his gaze just as something in his expression changes. Huh?
Nothing. Just, never mind.
Okay. I used to do this all the time, remember?
Yeah, I remember. It's fine. I don't mind.
You sound like you mind. I trace small shapes across his familiar palm with my fingertip. Sun, a star, a clumsy heart. His hand is way bigger than it used to be. I keep moving my hand slowly across his for a while, accompanied only by the faint hum of the city below. Time drifts without either of us noticing. The sky has turned deep blue when I check my phone, and the streetlights begin to flicker on, one after another. It's getting late. We should head back before they lock the door. Yeah, let's not get locked up here, please.
Yeah, getting locked out on here probably wouldn't make the best first impression.
Neither of us says much as we get up at an unhurried pace and head for the stairwell. The door thuds faintly as it shuts behind us, leaving the rooftop to the night. We make our way down and out of the building. He walks a little ahead, hands in his pockets, picking at a stray leaf as we pass the bike racks.
So, you heading straight home?
It's late. Shouldn't I be?
I could walk with you, if you want.
You don't have to.
You sure? It's not like I have somewhere better to be.
It's fine. I'm fine. I'm not gonna get stolen off the sidewalk.
All right. Get home safe,
Okay,
okay?
bye. See you tomorrow. He heads east towards the station while I take the opposite direction. My place is about a 15-minute walk from campus, a small house I share with Mira, who practically raised me after my parents left. She's lived in Red Haven her whole life, in one of those narrow 2-story homes tucked behind the university district. The neighborhood's quiet and verdant, and even though the coast is a ways off, the air still carries that fresh trace of sea salt. I walk downhill past the occasional vending machine and winter cherry blossoms, their branches dotted with buds that haven't opened yet. Today went better than I expected. Running into Soda of all people. Funny how everything keeps falling into place lately. But then again, why the hell would someone pay my tuition? If anyone deserves a scholarship, it's him. His parents could pay Red Haven's fees twice over. Running a hotel chain's basically a financial wishing well. But he's the one with the real skills. My grades in high school were fine. The ones before that, let's not talk about them. So why me? I'll probably never find out anyway. Whatever, I'll make the best of it. I might have barely passed the entrance test, but that still means I passed. The slope evens out as I turn onto our street. The houses here are close together, the small fences dividing narrow front yards. There is so much in here. Ours has a few camellia bushes by the gate, still green, their buds waiting to bloom, just like the cherry blossoms. I push the gate open, the hinge creaking in its usual way, and head up the short path towards the port's light. She's never going to believe me when I tell her who I ran into today. I wrap up the story somewhere between my coffee going cold in my hands and Yuki's expression shifting from curious to downright amused. So yeah, that was my first day at university. No public embarrassment, no breakdowns. I call that a win.
That's debatable. I seem to recall a certain someone texting me at 7 a.m. about an existential crisis and a missing eyeliner.
She's not wrong. The existential crisis really was just me tearing the room apart for my eyeliner, which, for the record, had rolled under the bed. Okay, fair, but still, it went way better than expected. I thought I'd have to chart my way through conversations with people who already wrote research papers in high school. But instead, it was just Soda. Yuki eyes me over the rim of her cup, one brow lifting as she takes an unhurried sip.
Just Sota, huh? The Sota who used to follow you around like a puppy, always carrying your bags and sneaking you snacks between classes?
Okay. He's always been like that with everyone, okay? Helping people out for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Right. Pure altruism. Oh, clearly into you.
He's like family. That'd be weird.
Weird's never stopped anyone.
Ew.
Anyway, childhood friend energy aside, he's cute. If you don't want him, send him my way.
Okay. Over my dead body? No, take him. She snickers into her drink, clearly satisfied with my reaction.
So, Mr. Sunshine is back. But what about that guy you mentioned the other day? The one from your seminar?
Ray? You'd probably like him. Super laid back, sometimes annoyingly so. Athletic, too. At the time, I didn't think much of it. Still, something about him was hard to ignore. And we get another flashback. Despite Soda and I picking different tracks, we agreed on taking the seminar together. Naturally, one of his course intros got slapped right on top of it, which leaves me here alone, bravely serving as our first week scout. I scroll through my schedule again just to double check the room number. Should be right here. 3 girls have gathered near the door, hovering around one guy with the kind of interest people usually reserve for free goodies. They're laughing at something he says a bit too eagerly for my taste. Then one of them brushes his arm with her hand as they drift away. How pathetic. Now that the little crowd is dispersed, I'm about to head straight inside if it weren't for that nagging feeling that I'm missing something right in front of me. Giving the guy by the door a second look, there's nothing, not even the faintest shimmer, though I can't shake the sense that there should be. I narrow my eyes, focusing, and for the slightest moment, I swear a fragmented wisp of a thread flickers into view. I blink. And it's gone.
Huh? Do I have something on my face?
I thought I saw something. Never mind. Thought I saw something weird for a second.
Weird, huh? Should I be worried?
We have the same color eyes. No, it was nothing really. Probably just my eyes playing tricks on me.
Happens. The first week's always a sensory overload.
He pulls the door open and gestures me through, a little smirk tugging at his mouth. That might have sounded weird. Thanks. We're back in the fucking building. I step inside before he can add anything else, then stall, confronted with the agony of choosing a seat. Too far up feels exposed, too far back feels like hiding.
Not heading straight for the back row, huh? Bold choice for a first-timer.
He looks like we have 5012 at home. He tilts his head slightly, watching me decide. I figured I'd pick a normal seat, neutral ground. Nothing strategic about it.
Sure.
I start toward one of the middle rows anyway, pretending not to hear the grin in his voice.
Oh, whoa, hey. Listen.
He slides into the row just ahead of me, glancing back over his shoulder.
You've got the look of someone who actually plans to pay attention. So, if you're serious about passing the seminar, sitting near me isn't a bad start.
What? Confident, aren't you? We'll see about that. After a brief hesitation, the seat beside him ends up winning out. I drop my bag beside the chair and glance around the room while my new acquaintance scrolls through his phone. Some video playing at a noticeably high volume. Great. Hello, my fishy friend. I hope you're doing well. This demo has no sound in a lot of parts of it, and it makes me very self-conscious. Deep breath. This will work out somehow. I'm just about to comment when the door swings open and the supposed tutor walks in. A man in his early 30s, plain shirt, sleeves rolled up to the elbow, tablet under one arm and cup in the other. His expression says he's done this hundreds of times before. You're welcome. If we're lazy, we can just use your name. That is a fair assessment of college. He sets the tablet down on the desk, taps through a few pages, then looks up again. That's what keeps happening. My chat keeps dis and reconnecting again. I love that for us. They got double booked. A few laughs ripple through the room, though most just sound tired enough to relate. He goes through the list one by one, each name followed by a murmur somewhere in the room.
Present!
Oh, that was loud.
No promises.
Okay. Round 3? What exactly did I just get myself into? I glance at him and he merely shrugs, completely unbothered, as if 2 failed attempts were nothing more than a mild inconvenience.
Don't worry. I'm actually planning to pass this time. 3rd time's the charm, right?
You're stupid. Right. Before I can come up with anything smarter, my name's being called. I'm here. I'm good. Ray's gaze flicks sideways, a faint smirk playing on his lips, like he'd just confirmed something he'd already guessed. Good. Great. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it still gets done another time, though. Because, like, if you were already working on it, it would suck to, like, just kind of not use that for anything. I've had that happen in some stuff, and it doesn't feel good. Oh, fuck. That reminds me. I forgot to talk about it's in my link tree, but I have a couple different storefronts now. There's a print on demand artist store, and I have an Etsy for the things that can't be print on demand that I want to sell, like the lenticular Leon prints. But the artist store thing's pretty neat. I got the Remy death art, the tarot card that I designed that I have tattooed on my leg. I have that art up as a keychain that's double-sided, so I made a back to it with a quick, like, death bit edit, but all that stuff's in the link tree. Good stuff. Good shit. Groups of 5. Great. Oh, nice. I'm glad that you can reuse it. Thanks. It was really nice. I had to apply to the one, the artist store thing. I had to apply to that, and they actually check your socials and make sure you're a real person and don't use, like, AI. So it's nice to know that they care about that stuff. And the only fee that I ever have to pay is, like, the production fee, so I believe it just gets taken out of when someone purchases something. Like, some of the keychains are, like, $7 to produce, and if I charge, like, $16 for them, then I get the difference. I don't I hate working in groups. I hate working in groups. As he goes on outlining the course requirements, Ray leans a little closer, lowering his voice.
So, what'd you score on the entrance test?
Great. Shouldn't I be the one asking you that?
You first.
45. His eyebrows lift a fraction.
Out of 100?
Ew, we're stupid? Oh. Obviously, but before you say anything, it's not that bad. I might not have the top score, but I'm not stupid.
Huh? Didn't say you were. Just means we'll have to count on the other lucky fellows to carry us through.
That's not nice. I got good grades in school. I graduated high honor roll. You haven't told me your score yet.
Didn't take the test.
What?
Yeah, shocking, I know. Try not to tell the dean.
Are you not supposed to be here? Not how entrance exams usually work.
Let's just say I had a different entry route. Perks of good timing or good connections. Take your pick.
I can't tell if he's joking or dead serious, and honestly, I'm not sure I even want to know. Better to just move on. Well, at least we'll have some backup. My friend's in the informatics track. He'll be part of our group too.
Friend, huh? Lucky him. He can handle the thinking while we look busy then.
You mean while you look busy? I feel like a lot of creative things are unfortunately about who you know, because it's so saturated. Like, there are so many creatives out there. I think if you could get a VGen code and offer like little single track commission things, I feel like that would be good. Because there are composers on there. But like, the whole promoting stuff is so tiring. So tiring.
Now you're getting it.
He's just mocking me, right? Right. For a moment, he actually looks like he's listening to the teacher, until his foot starts bouncing, restless in a way that makes it painfully obvious he'd rather be anywhere else.
Man, this is already dragging.
I glance at him, not sure I heard that right, but he's already stretching his arms like he's clocking out of a gym session.
Well, it was nice meeting you, partner. I'll go hit the mats for a bit. Staying put this long feels like torture.
Oh, great. Is he for real? Should I stop him? Too late. He's already on his feet, bag slung over one shoulder, entirely unfazed about ditching class 10 minutes in.
You can fill me in later, right?
No. VGen is really, really nice. It does take like fees and stuff. I don't have artist access, so I can't give you a code, but they do like giveaways and stuff on social medias, on Twitter and on Blue Sky, where you can like share some of your stuff and tag it like VGen code, because sometimes people just have codes that they don't have anyone to give to, and they'll just like lie do a code to get access.
See you around.
He gives my shoulder a light pat on the way out, tossing the tutor a lazy two-finger salute as he passes. The teacher, meanwhile, only sighs, shaking his head before he looks at me with equal parts pity and apology. VGen is where I get a lot of my commissions when I get them too. Like the tarot card one that I got was on VGen. The little animation on my starting soon screen with the love letter, that was on VGen. When I've used Ren for stuff, it's been through VGen. And I have another animation coming from VGen that I should have by like this time next week. That'll be neat. It's going to be nice. It's going to be really cute. I'm really excited for it. Was that my meet cute? Was that it? All right. Yuki barely lets me finish before she laughs outright.
Okay, I get it. In your mind, he's a total douchebag. But that actually sounds more like anime protagonist to me.
Yeah. She wiggles her eyebrows in a way that makes it physically impossible not to roll my eyes. You have a very active imagination. He's just some guy who's at Red Haven because his parents are loaded or something. Zero ambition, zero effort, just hanging around because it's convenient.
Sure. Yet, women seem to like him, so something's working for him.
Something is.
Except for you, that is.
I opened my mouth to protest, but she's already looking way too pleased with herself.
All right, what does he look like?
She taps her fingers against the cup, very clearly waiting for details. He's athletic, brown hair, wolf cut, green eyes. She's not wrong. He looks like he walked out of an anime where he's clearly the lead. Does martial arts, apparently. Now that I'm thinking about it, he kind of looks like he walked straight out of that old Titan anime Mira made us watch.
There it is. He's so hot.
That's all you need to know. Who? Ray or the MC? She nearly chokes on her coffee.
But wait. You're utterly annoyed by that man, yet you remember his eye color and sport? What's going on there?
You do realize I have to work with him in this seminar, right? It's not like I can just not notice who I'm dealing with.
Wow. Should I call HR? Or are you handling this investigation on your own?
Oh my god, okay, listen. I might have seen him again after that. Yuki pauses mid-sip. She smells drama like a shark smells blood.
Oh, go on.
Hold on, we got ads. Ads. That gives me a chance to get a little bit of sippies. I need to get my capture card set up because I'm getting the new Rhythm Heaven game, and I would really like to stream that if I can. Just to break up some of the other stuff I'm doing, like, I know I need to get back into Resident Evil 2, and I really like playing Pragmata, but I can't just stream those. Like, I feel like I need variety. On my way home, I passed the terrace in the martial arts building. You know, the one with the tatami mats facing the courtyard? He was training there. Yuki leans forward an inch. She's locked in. He called me over, showed me something. Nothing crazy, just a little stance. Yuki's grin grows by the second, like she's already writing a fanfiction in her head.
So, he called you over just to teach you a stance. Let me guess. He had to correct you. Hands-on, right?
Yuki. She's spot on.
I'm just stating the facts you conveniently left out. But honestly, that martial arts part has to be the wildest thing you're telling me today.
If only. The week after that was even more interesting. In any case, Ray wasn't the most stressful part.
What does that mean?
I honestly don't even know where to start. Her eyes widen, hands already gripping her cup like she's bracing for impact. The lecture, I guess. The alarm had already gone off 3 times before I finally opened my eyes. A glance at the clock makes my stomach drop. No shit, it's already this late. I scramble to get ready, throwing on the same outfit from yesterday and shove my tablet into my bag. So, you mean like generative AI? Because, like, this maker used AI, but not for any artwork or designs. I love that it clips out of existence for me. It says, where is it? AI tools are used in a limited capacity for language polishing and coding support because this is like the first game they've ever made, as far as I can tell. Or at least, like, as this developer, it's the first game they've ever made. And for me, that is okay. I don't know if that's okay for other people. Because I don't think it's a, like, English company, so I can see why they would need, like, help because in a way, I think even using like Google Translate is kind of like using AI, right? I don't know. We'll see. But it specifies that they did not use it for any like artwork or character designs or any of this shit. Yeah, I'm late, no breakfast for me. Her usual take care trails after me as I rush out the door. Breathless from running through the streets all the way to campus, I finally reach the auditorium. I hope he saved me a spot, otherwise, this is going to be awkward. He could have like texted me, called me. See, since I don't do like game making and coding, I don't know what's acceptable for that. So if that's not something that's acceptable, I guess me playing this demo is as far as I ever get with this. I slip inside as quietly as I can and scan the rows until I spot him in the middle section, waving subtly with an open seat beside him. Squeezing past the line of students already settled in, muttering apologies under my breath, I finally reach the spot.
Your hair is a total mess. What'd you do? Did you sleepwalk all the way here?
Very funny. Thanks for the seat, though. I settle in at last, letting my gaze drift toward the front of the room. That's him. That's him. That's my man. That's my guy. That's who I want. We found him. We finally got him. The man at the podium stands with effortless composure. Broad shouldered, dressed in a dark three-piece suit, his very stillness commands attention. He's been speaking on the frontiers of research and enterprise, where emotional perception collides with business and ethics. He is Leave, CEO of Nexacorp, what began as a small tech startup. Where did I go? What began as a small tech startup with, I've already fucking forgot how they said that. Support rose within a few years to rival the country's most influential cybersecurity companies. At the same time, he serves as a junior professor at Redhaven University, his name whispered from academic halls to corporate boardrooms. Yeah, see, I don't want to use it for like audio stuff and of course like never for like art, but I feel like if somebody needs help like translating something in a way that makes sense in that language, that could be helpful. Or like, of course, with the coding. And I think people don't realize that there is already a lot of like AI in a lot of things that we already used. It's just we're aware of it now.
For although the act condemns the doer, the end may justify him. Niccolo Machiavelli.
It's him. It's him. It's the guy.
A principle that has endured for centuries. The idea is deceptively simple. The outcome is said to cleanse the act, necessity alone redeeming what would otherwise be condemned. It is a tempting notion, one that shifts the burden from the act itself to the promise of what follows.
The auditorium holds steady. The faint glow of scattered tablet screens reflects across attentive faces, their users motionless, as if pinned in place by the weight of his cadence.
But what greater injustice is there than the one that parades as justice? A result cannot sanctify a path that corrodes its own foundation. When the means are poisoned, the end is already compromised.
Sir, do you sell fruit in your free time? I rub the last traces of sleep from my eyes and take him in. His demeanor, his voice, the argument pressing forward with such exact control. And a thread deep red, steady, almost unmoving, unlike the gentle sway they usually carry. It doesn't make sense. thread like this mean history, shared ground, something built, but I don't know this man. I've never met him before. Is that not okay? So I don't know much about music production. Is that not just as simple as duplicating the track? Or would that sound like wrong? Like if you just duplicated the track and like, I don't know, barely offset it so that it wasn't quite exact? I don't know.
History offers us more than examples of progress bought at untenable cost. It shows us how quickly necessity becomes a pretext, how easily ambition dresses itself in the language of the greater good.
Okay, so you want it not quite exactly the same. I get it. I get what you're going for.
The most dangerous lies are never spoken outright. They are told through results presented as proof that the path was justified.
The quiet lingers. It's as if the topic has knocked the wind out of the room.
Now, bring this closer to our field. Emotional abilities can sway perception. Research can normalize manipulation. Enterprises born in the name of innovation can scale into systems whose consequences eventually outgrow the moral comfort of any one individual.
I like that I'm learning two things at once here because you're telling me things and he's telling me things. I'm getting two lectures at once. Sir, are you not going to say that?
So, let me ask you this. Which view should guide us? Should ethics be absolute, or should they bend under the prominence of ambition?
You're a little morally gray, aren't you, buddy? I like you. His eyes travel across the rows, detached yet deliberate, until they halt on me.
The young lady with red flower in her hair, a few rows from center. Would you share your perspective?
Oh, shit. Yeah, absolutes don't always fit reality. But also, if we bend the rules once, where does it stop? Because that's how things spiral. I don't know. Uh. Sometimes you have to weigh outcomes. One life can save many.
Pragmatism. Yet every compromise sets a precedent. Who decides where the line is drawn?
Of course, out of everyone here, he had to call on the girl who slipped in late, looking barely awake. Or did he notice something too? No, I'm just tripping. Probably not so awake after all.
Ends and means are never separate. To believe otherwise is the beginning of corruption. Principles that bend any convenience are not principles at all. They are excuses, masked as virtue.
Well, can we? I can favorite lines. This is not everything, though. There we go. Can I go back?
Bring this closer to our field. Emotional abilities can sway perception.
No, I can't go back.
For you, this will not only be theory. In research, in enterprise, even in your own handling of link types, where you stand will matter.
That's understandable. I don't think I could play something the exact same way twice either.
That is all for today.
Applause follows at once, formal and steady, rising to fill the hall. He steps away from the podium, movements efficient, already drawing a phone from his pocket. By the time he leaves the stage, his voice is low into the receiver.
Oh, if he'd called on me, I'd have been a total mess.
You'd just laugh it off.
No way! I'd still be shaking. I actually am, just at the thought of it.
The heaviness of the lecture hangs in the air, but Soda's laugh makes it feel lighter, like a window cracked open after too long inside. I gather my things as the crowd breaks apart. The rest of the day pulls us from one lecture to the next. By the time Soda and I step out of our last class, my shoulders ache. It's been a long day. That's a cute little guy. Finally, that was the last one. We stop by a vending machine on the way out. He taps a button and 2 lemon sodas rattle into the tray.
Here you go. It's still your favorite, right?
You remembered. I used to drink this all the time. He cracks his can open with a hiss of carbonation, taking a long sip before looking at his phone.
Oh, shoot. Coding project team's meeting's up already. I totally forgot the time. I'll have to go. Sorry. Normally I'd walk you home. You know that.
No worries. I need to stop by the admin terminal anyway to finish my ID registration. He hesitates a moment longer as if wanting to argue, then lets out another little laugh and waves it off.
All right. Just don't vanish on me. Text me when you're home safe, yeah?
I need to do more music stuff. I used to write music, but it was like classical music almost. Because I play viola. I play violin and viola. With that, he slips into the flow of students heading out. His honey blonde hair disappears into the crowd, leaving me with the quiet hum of evenings settling over campus. It is very dark. Why am I here at night? After I finish registering my ID at the administration terminal, most students have already left. The main hallway lights are shut off. The corridor glows faintly under the emergency lighting along the walls, each pool of brightness leaving long shadows in between. My footsteps carry through the empty corridor, sharp against the silence as I make my way toward the exit. From the side, an arm extends out. What? Huh? It's so... Oh god. It's so... The professor, yeah.
You signed their agreement.
What?
Do you even know what you agreed to?
You were speaking into my soul. I don't quite understand. Take a small step back, but his presence follows. His left arm shifts, palm pressing flat against the wall beside me. Did he just wall slam me? Heat crowds in as the space between us shrinks and my back meets the cold wall. My breath hitches. I swallow shallow against the silence.
I thought you'd be more careful. Smarter than letting Cinevis get their hands on you so easily.
What? His sleeve brushes my arm as he leans in.
You really have no idea what you've stepped into.
Sir. For a heartbeat, the thread between us pulses, jagged where it should be steady. Hello? Standing bent over, gaze lowered past me. His strained breath gazes my temple. Are you having a moment, sir? Can I have it with you? I can't help but stand frozen, my eyes fixed on him until his lift to meet mine. His look raw, almost pleading. Sir? But then he pulls back at once. He smooths his jacket with a precise tug, composure snapping back into place. I exhale without meaning to, only realizing I'd been holding my breath.
Forgive the manner of my approach. That was inappropriate.
No, it wasn't. That was very appropriate. That was so appropriate, baby girl. So appropriate. He slips a card from his jacket and holds it out. I take it without thinking, fingers closing around the card before my mind catches up.
In case anything unusual occurs during your involvement with Cinevis, do not hesitate to contact me. Good evening, miss.
Wait. By the time the words leave me, he's already striding towards the exit. His long steps carry him several meters away before I can even think to move. Yeah, we're gonna try to catch up. I can't just let this end here. Before I even realize it, my legs are already moving, chasing him down the corridor and out through the glass doors. The cool night air rushes against my face as I hurry outside and call after him. I said, wait, you can't just act like that and walk away. Yeah. Rude. He slows down his pace, not enough to look caught off guard, but sufficient for me to close the distance.
Go home. You don't need to involve yourself further.
I think I do. Yeah, sure. What exactly am I not supposed to involve myself in?
You're a stubborn one.
Doesn't seem like I'm just one to you, though. The corner of his mouth lifts, the shift small but unmistakable. For the first time, he looks almost amused, undeniably so. His head turns at last, eyes cutting to me, while we follow the path off campus. I'm good. I'm fine.
If you're actually as smart as you think you are, you'll stay out of Cinevis matters and do exactly as I told you. Contact me only if something unusual happens. Nothing more.
I'm going to text you life updates all the time. There is, in fact, something that seems off, and that's you.
Professor, at the very least.
We reach the faculty lot, a reserved space marked with his nameplate. A black sedan waits there, too refined to blend in with the other rows around it.
Stay focused on your studies. Don't meddle in things beyond your reach, and you'll be fine. Now, excuse me.
Without pause, he unlocks the car and steps inside. The door shuts with a soft thud, leaving me standing in the wash of streetlights. Great. Meet cute.
So let me get this straight. You sneak into a lecture late, get called out by the professor, and then he corners you in a hallway?
Make it sound worse than it was.
Worse? Babe, that's literally something out of a true crime podcast or an Atome game.
I mean, it's self-aware.
Don't tell me he left you with some cryptic calling card.
He did. Define cryptic. She stares at me for a second, then breaks into a laugh loud enough to draw a glance from the next table.
You're kidding! I swear, if this man doesn't secretly run a shadow organization, I'll eat my apron.
Wait. I see what you did there. I see you. I know what you are. Professor my ass. He's a professor, not a supervillain. No, that's nice. I like that. I love that for you. Not in like a snarky, sarcastic way, genuinely.
Same thing, different PR strategy. Though, I'm not sure he quite got that. Alright, come on. What's his name? Spill.
He's apparently the youngest professor at Red Haven and...
Wait. Leave Kazuma? As in double espresso, no small talk, leave Kazuma?
Of course you know him. What?
He's one of our regulars. Doesn't even order himself. Someone from the office calls ahead.
I mean, isn't that how you progress, though? It's by being a little too ambitious and then proving that you can still do it?
Always takes the same seat in the back. If someone's already there, we're supposed to, rearrange the situation. Tall, rich, kind of intimidating. You know what? I take back the true crime bit. We are officially back in Atome territory.
I see what you did there, writers. I can't help but laugh. The image fits almost too well. Yuki leans in over the table, her eyes gleaming with mischief.
I mean, who could blame him if he got a little distracted? You're kind of unfairly cute when you panic.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that's what he was thinking while interrogating me.
Hey, I'm just saying. Youngest professor on the campus, CEO, jawline sharp enough to cut glass? Girl, I've seen people fall for less.
I'm going for the professor. I laugh and shake my head, fingers curling around the nearly empty cup. The last few drops slide across the bottom as I tilt it absently from side to side.
Oh, God. Don't tell me you're actually into him! I mean, look, I don't know how to break it to you, but...
What? No, nothing like that. It's just what he said wasn't exactly flirt material, and it's not the only weird hallway encounter I've had lately. That night in the hallway, it didn't feel coincidental. And 2 days later, I found out just how right that feeling was. How many of them have we met? Oh God. I step out of the doctor's office into the corridor. Night has settled outside, making the overhead lights feel even brighter. The reception desk down the hall already left empty. Half lost in my thoughts, I only become aware of someone approaching from the opposite direction when they're almost upon me. Is it the scientist?
Miss?
No. Oh God, who are you? My full name. He comes into a smooth stop in front of me, tall enough that I have to tilt my head back a little more than feels natural, and extends his hand in a courteous gesture, his palm slightly upturned. But he's got veiny hands. His dark hair is drawn back neatly, catching the overhead light with a lustrous sheen, like silk threads pulled taut.
Aziel Viri, You could say I oversee this branch of Cenevis.
This branch? I return the gesture, placing my hand in his. He keeps my gaze, the other hand closes deliberately over mine, his eyes a deep worn brown at first glance, threaded beneath with an incandescent red that flares briefly when his lashes dip. It's a pleasure.
I make it a point to personally welcome our more interesting participants.
Interesting. I see.
Dr. Shinonome speaks very fondly of you, though the data speaks for itself.
This part autoplays
A
and I can't
link
make it
type
not.
like yours is not something one encounters often. It would be wasteful not to give it the attention it deserves.
Okay. Keeps my hand enclosed as he speaks, long enough for the moment to stretch past what feels necessary. You can let go now. I suppose I should feel flattered. This is getting a little... The thought slips away mid-formation as the hallway gradually seems to lose its depth. The lights flare all at once, sharp enough that I have to narrow my eyes, a faint sting blooming behind them. What did you just do?
I hope the sessions haven't been too overwhelming.
I don't like you.
The transition into a controlled research environment can be a lot for a first-year student.
You are menacing. Somewhere between our hands, a familiar tension stirs. The red thread between us tightens into awareness, faint at first, then trembling, its glow pulsing softly as if drawn into breath. My fingers curl without thinking, tightening around his. His thumb shifts slightly against my knuckles in response, the contact grounding me, even as my own breath and heartbeat grow increasingly loud in my ears.
Are you feeling unwell?
Yes. The sensation settles into something warm and steady, spreading quietly through my chest. With it, whatever tension had risen moments ago ebbs, leaving behind a calm that feels almost reassuring. No. I'm alright. I think I didn't drink enough today. That's a me move. Sorry, I had to get through the autoplay before I could check chat. For all my audio adventures, I just used Reaper, but I know that that probably doesn't work for like music-y things. I used it for podcast stuff. His hand finally withdraws, smooth and unhurried. The absence leaves behind a faint echo of warmth.
Then you should be more mindful of that. Regardless, I look forward to working with you.
I don't trust you.
I'm sure you'll find your time here quite rewarding.
I do not trust you, sir. Somewhere down the corridor, an office door opens. Oh, okay. Yeah, I paid for the like small creator version of Reaper when I was doing podcast stuff. We still have some like in the pocket that aren't edited that I would like to get out there. The doctor stands half in the doorway, his gaze lowered slightly, his hands still at his sides, as if unsure whether to move at all. My gaze is fixed on it. I already forgot. Aziel's hand, though, the warmth still slow to fade.
Takuma, there you are.
It was two of my friends and I just kind of like sat down and like shot the shit. We were called Weird Kids Lunch Table. You can still find it pretty much everywhere. I think there's like 12 episodes that we had out. We talked about uh it was just kind of like us picking something and sitting down and talking about it. Like we talked about cryptids in one. We talked about a couple old movies. We have Twilight ones recorded, but I don't think we ever got those up. I could pull it up. We talked about Biodome. Is it 10 episodes that we have out? Yeah, we had 12. It was. We just all kind of like had things happen that made us lose time to do it. My friend Lilith did the art that's on the banner and stuff. Of course, it has like my real name in it, but that's fine.
I was just explaining how exceptionally rare we both consider her link type to be.
The praise settles somewhere warm in my chest, soothing in a way I wouldn't expect to feel. Takuma lifts his head just enough to acknowledge us.
But I won't keep you occupied any longer.
Okay, bye. He steps aside, clearing the hallway with effortless courtesy. The hallway that opens up before me now appears even colder, like a place that I'm reluctant to step into. Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Bye. You are menacing and I don't trust you.
You as well. Good afternoon, miss.
I don't trust you. I walk past him toward the exit, my thoughts trailing behind me as the doors slide open. Only once I'm outside does a vague sense of dissonance resurface. Wasn't that strange? The feeling fades before I can pin it down. Yeah, that was strange.
Okay.
Was that all of them? I mean, I haven't spoken to the doctor.
No, that's not funny.
What?
I'm serious. Something about that doesn't sit right with me.
No, it was really fucked up. Wow, harsh. Are you impersonating the professor now? Yuki doesn't smile, not even a little. He was just being attentive, I guess. No, we should tell the dude about this. And I probably just stood up too fast or something.
Maybe, but I wouldn't want to be alone with him.
No, he's got creeper vibes. You're really not joking, are you?
No, I'm not.
She studies my face for a moment longer than usual.
Also, drink some water. Seriously, you look spaced out.
Okay, fine, I'll hydrate with actual water. I was drinking enough. I never drink enough water.
And that day too? Did you eat?
I mean, yeah, I think so. It was just a long day.
Did anyone offer you anything there?
Yuki, you don't have to educate me about stranger danger.
I'm not. I just want to make sure. Gotta be careful, especially in places like this.
Even if her concern feels a little much, I know she's just looking out for me. No, I wasn't offered anything. I was only at the doctor's office before that. That's it.
Fine, but still, next time something like that happens, call me.
Now you really do sound like Kazuma. She huffs out a quiet breath, shaking her head.
So, this Dr. Shinonome you mentioned, is he just as sketchy?
God, no. If anything, he's a little awkward in an endearing way. The walk from campus to the Cinevis Research Center takes barely 3 minutes. Pretty convenient considering I can slip over right after my lectures. The lobby is bright and modern, all white stone and clean lines. As I walk in, a receptionist behind the sleek marble front desk greets me amiably. There you go. Do I have an appointment? Maybe. Yes. Under Kage for the lake type study. She scrolls through the monitor in front of her, then gives a small nod. Great. Isn't that usually with Dr. Shinonome? Why is it so long? She glances up, seeming mildly surprised. No, I'm just asking. It's fine. Great. I'm halfway to the elevator when someone turns the corner. White coat, white hair, and his thin, hollow tablet tucked under one arm.
Miss, you're early. That's good.
Is it? With your little bolo tie? Why do you have that on? Oh, I was told to go to C12. He pauses and studies me for a second, then glances at his tablet.
That must be a scheduling error. Your session is with me. Please, this way.
Did you just intercept me? Did you just take me away from where I was supposed to be? He steps past me and opens the door of his office lab with one quiet motion.
After you.
Thanks. Oh, he's got an axolotl. I have axolotls. That axolotl's huge. You know, I could see why he would have an axolotl because they have regenerative properties. And actually, my one lotl that I have, my golden, is it's a GFP golden, and she was bred by a guy that studies these and is like super duper well known. Like I've read research papers of his. It's fine. I'm not geeking out. It's okay. I walk inside and the door closes softly behind me. The room is exactly like I remember it from the evaluation, neat and tidy except for the desk where a mix of printouts, notes, and books is spread out all over. That's not what I see here, guys. That's not that I'm in any position to judge, considering what my own desk has looked like ever since university started. But what really draws my attention is the aquarium in the corner of the room, which I very professionally pretend not to stare at like last time. With the doctor not here yet, I step closer to take a proper look. A pink axolotl drifts lazily through the water, its tiny legs paddling a bit clumsily, while a little school of blue striped zebrafish weaves around it. You should not have axolotls with tank mates. Actually. Well, actually, you should not have them with tank mates. They can be with other axolotls as long as they're like the same gender, but they're like goldfish. They're gonna try to eat anything that fits in their mouth. And if they eat a little fish, then they could choke on it and die. And other fish have different needs. These are very dirty. dirty little creatures. You have to clean their tanks weekly. They're also very sensitive. You can't use a lot of the water conditioners and stuff have like aloe in them, and it thickens the slime coat. And these guys need their slime coat to not be that thick because they'll suffocate, which is also convenient for me because I'm allergic to aloe. Fun facts. But you should not. They should not have tank mates like that. Up close, it's even cuter.
It was indeed a switch up.
I jump. Oh dear. I swear that door didn't make a sound. They are delicate, especially these guys. I think, are they critically endangered or are they completely extinct in the wild? There's like a group of nuns in Mexico trying to repopulate them. These pink ones are the ones that you usually see like depicted on stuff, but that's not a natural coloring. I don't particularly care for the pink coloring. I don't have a pink axolotl. I have a melanoid, I have a natural colored one, and I have a golden albino. To my luck, he doesn't seem to notice my little flinch, since he looks partly lost in his own thoughts anyway.
The receptionist seemed unusually abashed when I asked about your room assignment. A more notable reaction than a simple clerical error usually warrants.
Maybe she thought it would annoy you.
Annoy me? No. I merely told her to update the system so your sessions are routed to my room.
Oh. No wonder she looked embarrassed. She got both of us requesting the same thing back to back.
Anyway, you like the axolotl?
Yeah, he's cute. I did the thing. I spoke before the text. Does it have a name?
No.
Oh, why not?
She's the only one in the tank, so there's no risk of confusing her with anyone else.
You are extremely autistic.
Also, axolotls don't respond to names the way a dog or cat would.
No, they don't.
They can perceive low-frequency sounds through vibrations in the water, but their recognition abilities are limited, mostly to scent and simple visual cues.
They will recognize who feeds them. Like my babies, they recognize that I mean food. So if I'm like up at like doing something at the top of the tank, they'll kind of like get all excited, thinking that little yummies are coming.
Meaning, she most certainly wouldn't know about it.
Somehow that's both logical and a little sad. But he keeps saying she. That's unexpectedly adorable. I'm sure she's perfectly happy without one then. For a moment, he watches the axolotl drift through the water. A small, unguarded smile crosses his face before he turns back toward the desk. He gestures to the seat across from him. I sit, and the tablet's interface tilts slightly, its display splitting into labeled sections on its own.
Before we continue, let me confirm your current classification. Link types are currently categorized across 3 dimensions: direction of influence, modality, and volitional control.
He glances at the tablet, though it seems more like a courtesy than necessity.
Based on your evaluation, your link type is marked as bidirectional, perceptive, and passive. Does that alignment match with your own experience?
I guess. Sounds right. I don't manipulate anything, I just see things, and only in connection to other people.
To the individual you're interacting with?
Not exactly, it's more contextual. If there's something meaningful between us, the thread appears. If not, nothing. He nods slightly, the tablet logs it in neat, shimmering glyphs.
Since when have you been able to perceive it?
For as long as I can remember, I thought everyone saw them until I was maybe 8.
That's common. In families without existing link types, Early manifestations often go unnoticed or are dismissed as imagination. Education systems don't cover the topic in enough depth either. It's only natural to treat one's own perception as objective reality until proven otherwise.
He really is a pro at turning one simple question into a whole lecture.
Do you perceive it constantly?
Not consciously. They're always there, but I usually tune them out. It's like your own nose, I guess.
Your nose?
Yeah, it's in your field of vision, but you don't notice it unless you look at it, which now everybody is noticing their nose. God damn it. Okay, that's essentially what I just said. The threads feel like that. They only stand out when something draws attention to them.
I see.
His eyes flick briefly to the tablet before returning to me.
Do you perceive threads between third parties?
I don't think so. At least I never noticed anything like that. If it happened, I'm pretty sure I would have seen it.
If you ever notice anything like that, feel free to bring it up. Otherwise, any irregularities, flickering, incomplete manifestations?
Irregularities, I mean, there are things. Ray's thread is strange, and sometimes a thread feels stronger or more present than it should. Oh, I'm scared. There was something strange. If it was a real anomaly, he should probably know at least about the thing that was going on with Ray. Shit. Maybe one thing, actually. There was a moment where the thread felt off.
Off in what way?
With one of my classmates. It kind of flickered, like it was there for a second, then gone when I focused on it. His brows shift barely a millimeter.
Interesting. We'll note that as a one-time irregularity for now, and check whether it stabilizes or repeats later.
She's good. I think she was just napping, so she might be up now. Um, she's big. She is bigger than like all the other children her age. So like weird thing about how babies are measured. If your baby is 50th percentile, they are average. They are the average like height, weight. Mine is like 95th percentile. She was like 99th for a while, but it's slowed down a little bit. She's definitely a tall lady, tall baby. She's 10 months old and she is the size of like a 1.5-year old almost. It, it's very interesting. She's almost walking. Almost. She doesn't quite have the like confidence to quite take the steps, but she like starts to.
That covers everything we need for today.
Does it? He reaches for the tablet, glances once at the finalized readout, and clicks the display into standby before setting it aside. I wonder, he must have a link type too, right? May I ask you something? He pauses with an expectant look on his face as he's waiting for me to continue. What's your link type? A brief pause follows, like he's considering how much to say.
Other directed, perceptive, passive.
What does that mean? So it's similar to mine?
No. The classification system describes functional parameters, not experimental similarity.
But you see things too.
In a manner of speaking.
Yeah, my one little sister is like the same height as me, but I'm pretty short. Like I'm like between 5'4" and 5'5". I'm small. So my baby's already like half my height. Some of this doesn't have voice acting yet. Right, that was probably a bit too personal. I really shouldn't be this curious, but I am.
No, it's a reasonable question. I just prefer not to bias your self assessment by going too much into my own perception.
He studies me for a moment.
But we're essentially finished for today, so it won't interfere. Put simply, I perceive emotional states as color auras surrounding the person.
Oh, that's cute. So he basically reads people like open books. Goodbye, privacy. However, it sounds beautiful. Your world must. You are world. Your world must be incredibly colorful. I love early demos because then you get then you get fun typos and I don't feel so stupid when I typo shit.
In theory, yes. But outside of these auras, my vision is monochromatic.
Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry. His gaze shifts slightly, like he's trying to reconcile the color he's seeing in the apology I just offered.
Most people would be curious.
There's a brief pause, then he straightens a little.
If you don't have any further questions, we're done for today.
No, that's all, thank you.
I'll see you at your next appointment then.
Great. I give him a small nod, stand up, and head for the door. So I'd recently.
You're
Shit,
right.
she's gonna talk.
The way you tell it, he's just nerdy doctor awkward. Not run for your life awkward.
Did you see her blink just freak out? She blinked, but oh, she's blinking, but her eyes are staying in place. Oh, I don't like that. I keep typing all fucked up because I broke my thumbnails off and I'm used to having like extra thumbnail, which changes how I have to like perceive where I'm typing. So now I'm like overshooting where stuff is. See, I told you. Stop blinking, please. You are scary like that.
And he has a link type too, you said?
Yeah, he sees emotions as colors, but I feel like seeing them and knowing what to do with them are two really different things. Not that he doesn't understand them, just not always on a personal level.
Huh. So he's missing the field experience.
He's clearly autistic. I guess you could say it like that. Though honestly, that might not even be a bad thing for his job.
True. Objectivity can be useful. But you could also, teach him how feelings work.
Why are you trying to set me up with all of these men? Excuse me? Who's the doctor here? Yuki snorts, the tension between us finally dissolving into easy laughter. When it fades, she grows quieter, her gaze drifting to the side.
If anyone's going to notice something off about that weird guy you mentioned earlier, it's probably him. Might be worth asking him sometime.
Is it? Yeah, maybe. The cafe has grown noticeably busier, the clatter of dishes and hum of conversation rising. As the late lunch visitors start to roll in, Yuki checks the time on her phone, her shoulders sinking slightly.
My break's almost over.
Already?
Unfortunately.
Working in a place like this, it's phenomenal that you even get a break because when I worked at like Subway, I didn't actually get breaks. But then again, this is America. And this game is somewhere else.
Duty calls.
She starts stacking the empty cups and glances at me one more time before standing up.
So, you're going straight home?
Yeah, Mira said she's making katsudon for lunch.
Of course she is. Mira's katsudon should be illegal.
You've had it like twice.
And I still think about it.
That's fair. I still think about this eel bowl that I've only had once. And this smoked salmon pate terrine that I have only had one. That was at an event when I was a chef. I got to go to like an awards thing for like the Chefs of America. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Okay, I didn't want to sneeze into my microphone. But I got to go to like a an awards ceremony event thing with the other chefs. It was nice. There was a drink for every course. They had pescatarian options for me. And I got to drink my wine and the executive pastry chef's wine too because she wasn't a drinker. She pulls me into a quick hug. I'll send you a picture later.
You're evil.
And now we've got ads. There we go. She squeezes my arm once before heading back toward the counter, already slipping back into work mode. I wave a quick goodbye before heading out, the bell above the door chiming softly behind me. Is that our demo? There is comfort in knowing that some bonds exist beyond words. Are you gonna let me click? This part's really buggy. That not every connection needs to be understood right away. And somewhere beneath all of it, I can feel the threads still there. It depends on where you click. If I click down here, it doesn't register it. I have to click up here. Waiting for fate to unfold. Here we go. Oh, that was so quick. That was so fast. Why was it so fast? What do I have in the gallery? Coming soon. Credits. I can pull them up. Here we go. There he is. There he is. There he is. I see you. I know. Who did the... There we go. Character art. There's like real music too. They should have like the stuff on there telling you what you need to run it. I think there's going to be a Kickstarter and I'm really interested in that. Because this is like the same kind of thing that 2.5 Studios does with their stuff. Like there was just the demo out for A Date with Death 2. And then they launched the Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter is fully funded now. They give you like a smack roll, a taste. Oh, well, I hate that. I hate that for you. But this was pretty enjoyable. Parts of it were a little slow, but I know that I'm not used to the pacing. Oh my god, that's loud in my ears. I'm not used to the pacing of visual novels anymore. So, like, that's entirely on me. Why does it? I hate that it does that. I hate that it's one of the ones that, like, stops the music when you click out. But this is pretty enjoyable. I've only found them on TikTok so far, but they've got all their socials down here, so I can get in there. Is this just a website? Yeah. Kickstarter coming soon. 1 hour playtime, 5 love interests, and free on Steam. I played it for 2 hours. Here, we're not sponsored or anything, but there you go. That's where they're at. I hear my lady. She's grumpy. She's a grumpy Gus. Grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. I liked that a lot. I'm going to exit that. I'm gonna come in here. I don't need it anymore. I love uninstalling things when I no longer need them. But I've got a bunch of stuff that I downloaded in here. I've got Lost in Limbo. I've got Love and Fool's Gold. I've got Love Bite, which sounded neat. I saw this one on TikTok too. I keep finding stuff on TikTok. I need to get back to Willow Mist and Witch on the Holy Night. And I've got an update queued for Date Everything, which I need to get back to. It just like it started to feel like work because I romanced the ones that I really wanted. And then I had to like take a break, but I feel like I could get back into it soon. But I still have a couple other demos that like I could get into at some point. Oh my god. Why? Why is it shaking? Aren't those carbonated? I feel like a lot of things are trying to take the same way that A Date with Death did things. Because like Love Fight has a messaging thing that looks kind of like Discord. And it's got a computer thing that kind of looks like the Date with Death one did. Here, why don't I just hold on? Why don't I just there you go. That way you can see what I'm looking at. Like, this looks very A Date with Death-ish, right? Because like, there's a side thing over here. I think this is supposed to be like a live streamer, though. A chat dating sim game inspired by Mystic Messenger, VTuber communities, and internet spam. Like, it sounds fun. But I feel like A Date with Death kind of like made this style really popular again. And I like that. This looks neat. So like, I'll do this one at some point. This has a planned release date though. And this has no user reviews. But at some point I'll get this one. I'll play this demo. Does this have sound? Oh, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna go back. Because this has like stuff. Can I this has sound.
You can pull the wall up from your
That's
eyes.
so loud. I'm
Try
so
to
sorry.
remedy surprise, but if you're blind, then it doesn't even matter. Can you see through my disguise? Can you read my lovely
I love that
mind?
everything
I
has
guess you
like its
can
own music
through my
now.
teary pitter-patter. See, in a masculine brain, there's a price to pay on either side, so I keep your side.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Maybe I can say what's on my mind, and you'll love me till I die. So little lamb, come down and eat your supper. Don't you want a little bite of me?
Who did these animations? They're so good.
And stay a sucker, baby, I will let you feel On a little lie, right here, a little lie, right there until I'm crawling in your skin. When
Oh,
everything
it's
is
so
not so
good.
clear and you're all but scared, how can that be angels sin? So tell me, why ever be honest when there's fantasy so sweet? So tell me, why ever show you the real me? Don't you love and a lie? I'm your pretty little liar.
It's so good. Oh my god. I'll check this one out as soon as I can. 'Cause it's just it seems good. It sounds good. But for now, it is Ada's birthday. So you and I, buddy, we're gonna go say hi to Ada. We're gonna call her a good girl. Thanks. Thanks for being here. Stop playing. Okay. There we go. Oh god, and now my dog's barking. It's fine. But thank you. Thank you for being here. I will be back. Ooh, I don't know when, because this weekend's busy. I'll be back as soon as I can be. But we're gonna go say hi to Ada. We're gonna tell her happy birthday because it's her birthday and her affiliate anniversary. And she's got a lot of people in there. But please, please call her a good girl because she likes that. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.